time you have abandoned the feeling of any emotion in favor of feeling any better than what that emotion is bringing to you at that point, which is your present moment, at that point, you are literally abandoning yourself. You are literally checking out of the present and into something that is not even real. So many of us will fill our time. Every time we have a free moment, we don't like to keep it free. Every time we have a bit of extra money, we don't like that extra money. Every time there is anything that is unspent inside of us, every time we have a little space in the cupboard, a little space in our house, what do? We fill it. We just cannot stand that space. We cannot stand that void. And so we go and fill it. And we don't even know that we don't like the space. And so what do? I wish I had a bigger house. I wish I had a bigger car. I have a salon car, but I wish I had an SUV. I have one dog. I wish I had another dog. You know, obviously not literally, but we'll keep doing it. Now, when we keep filling ourselves with so many things, very seldom will we actually realize that we're trying to fill something, or that there is something to fill, because we can't feel. We have become so accustomed to not allowing ourselves to sit with an emotion, whatever that emotion is bringing. So we constantly want to go away from what we're actually feeling. The way to embrace this is for you to experience what I call a zero coping with anything. So if you're feeling a particular emotion, and say you lost your job, say you're grieving, it could be anything. It could be anything that's made you feel a particular thing. What's the first thing you would do? Maybe call a friend, maybe not call a friend, maybe cry. But at some point, whatever it is that you're going to do to help you cope with that, instead of doing that, sit. You might be somebody who will start to smoke, maybe get a drink, maybe get together with people, maybe have a rant on the phone, maybe write. There will be some outlet. Now, every time we try to put some form of salve on this wounding or this feeling, we are denying ourselves ourselves. We are not allowing ourselves to be ourselves. And wherever you are, in order to be wherever you want to be, is you're going to have to literally go through all these parts of you that are missing in action. And with time, when we haven't got all of these things together, you're literally on this hamster wheel, and it just keeps going and going and going. There is no end to it. So say you're in a 9-to-5 job, and then you've got a school pickup, a school drop off, and you've got all these other things. You're just moving from one thing to the other, one thing to the other, one to the other. You get a holiday, you get a weekend, maybe you rest, maybe you don't, maybe you're doing the laundry, maybe you're doing this. And before you know it, you don't even know what's happening in your head. You don't even understand anything that's happening to you. You might snap, your body might start to show all of these things. You might feel older than you are. Things will show in some way or the other, which will basically point to the fact that somewhere down the line, I have lost myself. I have lost my sense of me. I've lost my sense of whole. To be whole. Every time we didn't, or every time we abandoned the full thrust of feeling an emotion, whatever it is that it brought with it. So every time we left ourselves, we will have to reenact that pain in order for us to return to wholeness. Now, this is where so many of us going through inner child healing, for example, I have so many clients who say to me, well, I've already done the work, I've done this, and nothing's working. Why isn't it working? It is not working because you're still approaching it from you, the adult self. You have to feel the pain. So you have to feel the abandoned emotion. And to feel the abandoned emotion of a child, you have to go back to your childlike self, which is in that vulnerability. So lots of love to all of you, and wherever you are, get present with whatever emotions there are and what those emotions make you feel. Get deeper into it.